Welcome, Aries. This is your monthly love scope reading for July 2014. Well, there is a rebirth here, and it's directly with love, very karmic cards. So I know you are coming towards the end of a lot of lessons in your life, especially the last 6 months, and really taking in, obviously, hurt, frustration, conflict, but learning from that and growing from that. And I see there still is a fear that surrounds you. It is only in your thoughts. And so we've got the Queen of Swords. You know what you deserve. You know what you want. You're willing to sacrifice what you must to have it. You bring your bravery forward, your courage forward, your wisdom forward. And you act upon your passions, what you want in life. For those who've had personal readings from me, you know what that is. And I'm going to ignore it. It's really standing in your truth this month, okay? It's the fine-tuning in order to go forward. Forward in every sense of the word. More beauty, more love, almost embracing love. The phoenix rising out of the ashes, but we'll get there. Now we have the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, okay? Which tells me that you might be trying to look upon the negative too much. You might be looking upon the negative too much, overthinking things, trying to hold on too tightly to situations or people in your life. Okay, the expression, if you love something, let it free. If it comes back, it's yours. It pertains here. Okay, no matter how much you will it in your mind to the universe, the other person also has their own will. So it's limited on, you really have to be independent for you. And finding the balance of being able to share with that other person completely. It's almost, because you do have some cards that strongly suggest balance. In fact, you have the balance card in the second deck, but I think, especially the first part of the month, okay, because these are the first cards. The first part of the month, I think you really just need to enjoy relationships that you're in. Enjoy the good times, the happy times, the laughs, the celebrations, the get-togethers. Those quiet moments where, if you're with somebody, you're just sitting there and you don't even need to speak. You're just holding hands and enjoying each other's souls being entwined with yours. Rather than looking at the negative, rather than trying to analyze every part of it, I think that's going to come later in the month for you anyways. So enjoy the first part of the month. Celebrate with people. Relax in the relationship. Okay, if anything, because we do have the action here, we do have the moving forward with exactly what you want and you desire in life. And where should I go from here? I want to go down here, so we will. The Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, okay? Very much you needing to find that balance in your life, really needing to almost pull away from the situation. It's almost like you're in a situation where you're toe-to-toe with somebody, or there's a lot of conflict, or there's a lot of misunderstanding, or there's a lot of confusion. If you're not with somebody, perhaps you are confused on why you haven't attracted somebody to you, because you are a great and wonderful being. But the Five of Pentacles almost tells me that you need to put aside your wants and your needs for the first part of the month. And some alone time to really cement what you need going forward. And what you really need to change about yourself in order to go forward. Okay, I hear sharing. So if it's sharing of your time or your resources, or actually sharing your heart or your thoughts, your deep wisdom even, and allowing that person to understand you a little bit more completely because of that sharing. Okay, but I think the first part of the month is more of you meditating on it, praying on it, however you connect with the divine. So if you have conversations with God, or you pray, or you meditate to your angels, your spirit guides, you have conversations with them, however you do it. But I think you need to give pause to exactly what you want to go forward, and how you can share yourself a little bit more going forward in a relationship, with people, with situations, with partners. Okay, because a love relationship, we're always, when we're listening to a love relationship, we're thinking it's that soulmate. Okay, but there's so many forms of love. Okay, there it could be the passion in your work life, actually, if you want to go to the other extreme. Okay, because that is a love of its own. But in some way you need to pull back and redefine exactly what is going to empower you going forward. What is going to give you the balance you need? What is going to bring you the happiness you need? You have the Temperance here, the Balance card. And this tells me where it's sitting that you're moving in a state of balance, okay? It's not so much as you have to figure out what gives you balance, but more of how you are going to proactively create that balance in your life. Open your heart a little bit more. Maybe work on your throat chakra and your heart chakra this month, especially the beginning of the month, so that your thoughts will be heard clearly when you speak them, when you vocalize what you need in a relationship to another, or what makes you happy, or what makes you sad, where you feel like you're suffocated in a relationship, where you feel like you have too much freedom, not enough freedom. There's conversations galore that you need to, and it's taking a step back. It's harmonious, okay? It's not like back in the earlier months of the year where it was so much struggle and chaos and hardship and thinking through things. Now it's more of you're finding that balance. You're finding your inner truth, and you're ready to vocalize that to the world. Forget just your partner, the world. You're in a very transformative time, and there's been a lot of lessons, and it has been very hard, but as we come through on the other side of the month, we have the Lovers and the Devil together. So love is really going to completely transform you. It's going to be like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. If you take the time at the beginning of the month to meditate, to really give pause to what you want in your life going forward, you will be, in essence, and keep it positive, of course, in essence, you will be manifesting your tomorrow with your current partner, with somebody of interest that you've been trying to get to know, allowing your light to shine so that somebody can come into your life that is going to walk your path with you till your last breath. It's going to be like a new you. You're going to look around in August and say, wow, I really do believe that. You are going to not only process at the beginning of the month of the tail end of the lessons, what you learned from the heartache and the pain of past lessons, and just really taking the lesson forward, and it defines the new you. And you're very much about independence, so this is very much about combining resources, combining interests, sharing yourself, and how you plan on sharing yourself. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. And this really tells me that the more you give out, without the expectation of getting back too, okay, but the more you give out, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the actual relationship, the giving out. It could be you volunteer a few hours at a local charity that you're drawn to help. It could be just checking on your neighbor's house while they're gone on vacation so they have peace of mind. It could be watching a little one for somebody else so that they can go out, and it's sharing who you are and sharing your humanitarianism and helping others, and it doesn't have to be financial. It can be, somebody's sick, so well, I wouldn't have time to cook anything, but I would run and get them a really nice meal that they could have later. Absolutely. And what's wrong with that? Picking up a meal to go from a beautiful restaurant so they can have a nice meal, or one that'll aid them on their way to health, or maybe their health is just failing a little, so that meal, that energy they didn't have to use cooking a meal might be helpful. It's not always about money, but what you can do for them. It could be weeding a neighbor's garden. But in some way you give out, and the more you share of yourself, of your beauty, your light is going to shine, and it's really going to, with the Six of Wands here, bring you successes, okay? And it's successes that can only come through other people. And it's really wrapping up some real big life lessons that you've been involved in. And I think you're going to be moving forward into August with I think you already have the clarity. I don't think it's the clarity. I think it's the action behind the clarity. Being able to know that you are doing this for your greater good, and therefore everybody who surrounds you, their greater good. You can't possibly love anybody till you love yourself. So it's that appreciation of just how beautiful you are. And I think the more you share of yourself, the more you give of yourself this month, the more that will be given to you. Most definitely, and it's going to come in the form of little successes. So that conversation, and I think it's closer to August, but that conversation pops up that gives you that avenue in order to broach a subject that you needed to broach with that person. Or it could be just deeper understandings. It could be getting out there and sharing yourself in group settings, get-togethers, celebrations, and meeting somebody through that, because your light is shining brighter every single month, and you're getting to the point now where the right person is going to be attracted to you. Not just anybody, but the right person is going to be attracted to you. Very much so. We have the Lovers. And this love is really going to transform you. Now, it could be the love you are already embracing. And just that, just getting rid of, almost tweaking the relationship just slightly in order for both of you to walk together harmoniously going forward. If there's somebody you're kind of interested in, I think the more you share about who you are and your goals and your dreams will set the stage for tomorrow. And if you are single and you are looking for somebody, your light is shining. If you're not looking for somebody, I still think that your light is shining. But if you're not really feeling that a relationship is what you need, you're a very independent person, it could be your new best friend coming into your life. It could be one and the same, but it could be somebody at work that you partner up with that just adds the sense of joy and really allows you to stand in your truth, in your beauty. I hate to just put this on an actual relationship setting, because I really think for you, it's more than that. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than just the relationship that you're looking at, that one-on-one relationship. I think the cards are saying so much more. There's a very karmic ending coming in July for you that is really going to give you that rebirth, the phoenix rising out of the ashes, burning away all those old truths, those old routines, those old habits that were weighing you down, and breaking free and really walking into a truth, to a very beautiful tomorrow, and embracing love, definitely in some way in your life going forward in August, if not in several ways in your life going into August. So, until next time we meet, remember, I do love you.